Alright, Schlockmeister fans, continuing with the cheerleaders collection. We're going to watch the second one here. It's called the Swinging Cheerleaders. Let's check it out. There's star player Buck Larson and his girlfriend, played by Colleen Camp. That's her dad.
You keep it up, son, and you don't have to worry about your future.
Wasn't he marvelous, Daddy?
He was great.
They play for Mesa State.
Buck, you give us another beat this season, and the school won't forget you for me.
There's Cheryl Smith, a.k.a. Rainbow Smith, on the right.
Good idea. Come on, let's go.
Great job, Turner. You got to win.
Apparently, this cheerleader squad needs a fourth member. So they're having tryouts. That's Katie.
Number 3, Margaret Williams. She was very sincere. I vote yes.
Too serious. I don't know.
Yeah.
The other two girls end up wanting Katie.
Journalism term paper.
Kate makes the team.
Started thinking, what is the most exploited, demeaning activity on campus?
Cheerleading.
Right on. I will get my little cheerleading costume today, practice in the morning, and begin my paper in the afternoon.
So she's actually
never know what
an anti-cheerleader cheerleader. So the gang goes out,
These football players take liberties.
and Buck Larson has his hand between Kate's legs while kissing his girlfriend.
Just remember, you can't treat ladies the same way you treat football players on the field.
Colleen Camp plays Mary Ann. Even though Andrea's had sex in every movie she's ever been in, she's a virgin in this one.
She seems to
It's
have
Rainbow
something
Smith.
against it.
Come on, Lisa.
Do you mean she has never done it?
I just never found the right guy yet, that's all.
So here is Andrea with her boyfriend Ross on the football team. And it looks like they're getting hot and heavy, but she is resistant to going all the way. Ross gives up.
I love you, and I thought we might have something together, but I can't take this anymore. It's not realistic. It's killing me. It's just not natural. You're almost 20 years old. What are you saving it for?
This Sunday's game will be a turkey shoot.
Say, by the way,
That's the
our
coach.
friend with the numbers tells me we can get 8-5 odds by holding the spread down to 6 points.
It'll be okay against Irwindale, but if we try to squeeze it too
There's some
much,
tomfoolery
it won't
afoot.
look good.
In spite of going out with
Hi.
Mary Ann, Buck has eyes for Katie,
You'll be
too.
ready in about 15 minutes.
Ready for what?
Well, what do you think? I've got a couple hours. We can go over to my place and get it on.
What?
Sure, I want to finish what we started.
Just like that, eh? You want me just whistle?
Well, what do you mean? I thought...
You thought that just because you rang the doorbell, you could walk right in and make yourself at home, did you?
Denied.
Typical puerile pigskin jock.
This is the cheerleader, Lisa. She's having a thing with her professor.
So much.
Yeah, me too. But hey, what's the idea
Who's
of sitting
married?
in the front row with no underpants on like that?
Remember that point shaving scheme? Apparently that teacher's in on it too.
Everything is set. Odds are even better now. You hold them to 6 points, and we clean up.
Of course, that's Mary Ann's dad too.
No, but we better...
Funny going on.
What do you mean?
Well, we were only up by 11 points, and Turner's in the second team.
Buck
It
knows.
just doesn't make sense.
Or suspects.
Oh, I don't know much about football, but
He
I'm
made
sure
up with
Coach
Kate.
Turner probably knows what he's doing.
Yeah, except for today.
Like I said, they made up. And that leads to sex.
Find another topic.
So she argues with her peace, love, and protesting boyfriend. And leaves him.
I have learned one thing anyway. Things aren't always what they seem to be.
I believe his name is Ron.
You mean now?
The girls told Andrea that she should have sex with a total stranger just to get used to having sex. So she goes to Ron.
Do you feel anything?
Nothing unusual.
that hurt?
No, not at all.
Worry about a thing.
And they do it.
Ron, come on. Let's do it some more. I want to do it every way there is. This is my first time. I want it to be wonderful.
Says, what's happening?
Ron has other ideas.
Listen. I want you to round up some of the family members and come right over. I got this really fantastic thing going. We are going to do something really depraved. A nihilistic happening. You did? Huh? Are you ready for this? We are going to gangbang a cheerleader.
But she wouldn't go.
Ross ends up finding her and taking her home.
I feel like it's all my fault.
We don't see exactly what happened to her,
I'm gonna
but
take care of you now.
she was gangbanged.
Forever. If you still want me.
Oh, Roz, of course I do.
Ross goes over to Ron's and beats the shit out of him. Leaves Ron in a bloody mess.
Oh, he's got some kind of investments.
Katie's doing some snooping here. Or
What kind of
learning.
investments?
I don't know. Kind of shady, I guess. Some kind of gambling thing. But whatever it is, he always wins. It kind of grows by
She's learning that Lisa's teacher might be in on something.
You know how he is.
Going into a lot of details, I think that Coach Turner and some of the others are betting on the games and rigging them to go the way they want.
Huh?
Don't you remember telling me how Coach Turner held the team back so you couldn't score?
Yeah, but we won today by 30 points.
Mary Ann informs everybody that she and Buck are engaged.
Oh, silly boy. What he wants to say is that we're officially announcing our engagement.
He had no idea about it, though. She talked about it with her dad.
You shouldn't try to play out of your league, little girl.
Read these.
Ron wants to get revenge on Kate,
They're not mine. They are the deathless pros.
so he gives Mary Ann's former term paper, which she'd thrown away.
Not now.
You're not going to. In fact, you're going to hold them so tight, Mesa will lose the game.
Lose it? But John, we can have an undefeated season.
Look, Fred, the odds against losing are 40 to 1. Now, would you rather have an undefeated season or be a rich man?
It isn't.
Katie is seducing the
Oh,
coach to
no.
try to get
Maybe
info.
I may not look like it, but I'm a rich man. At least I will be pretty soon.
Really?
You can have all the fancy white bikinis and the rhinestone-studded jeans your pretty little heart desires.
Even though she abandoned her original term paper about the exploitation of women as cheerleaders, they found the old paper
Listen.
and are giving her the
I
cold
have something
shoulder.
to say, and I think you'd all better listen, because it means a lot to all of us. Now, there's something funny going on with the games, and I think I know what it is now. Haven't you done enough?
They don't want to
already?
listen, though.
Article? Just
Buck
drop
isn't
around
happy
anytime.
with her
I'll be
either.
glad to give you all the notes you want. But in the meantime, stay out of my life. You make me sick.
Meanwhile, Lisa, who's screwing her professor, has problems of her own with the professor's wife.
I tell you, bitch, I'm only gonna say it this once, so you better listen and listen good. Listen, I said I'll cut your face up like a tomato. And it won't be the first time, you understand? That's my man you're playing with. If you want a man, go out and find you one.
John,
They're
let's
trying to
cut all
get Buck
this
in on the
crap.
fix.
Look, Buck, what he's trying to say is, we want you to lose that game today.
Lose the game? On purpose?
That's right, Buck. On purpose.
I've decided you can all go to hell. I'm playing to win that game today. Goodbye. Never mind, just let me see
So they get the police to hassle him.
Hold it. What do you got in that pocket? Come on, get your hands up there. Be apart, spread it wide. You know the rules.
They
What are you
punch
doing?
him,
You haven't got any reasonable cause to
plant
search
drugs
me?
on him,
Oh, a wise guy. Punk lawyer.
and drag him away. They kidnap him
Brian.
and are going to force an entire bottle of alcohol down his throat to get him drunk. The gang gets together, and And they go rescue him. They've all made up with Katie, too.
Of course I love you.
Lisa and the professor decide to break up.
I don't know who I am or who you are for that matter. And I just want to have a chance to find out. Can you understand?
Yeah.
Somehow Buck was able to sober up and get to the game.
I ought to have you dropped from the team for showing off weight.
Buck Larson is back.
I'm sorry you had to hear about it this way, Marianne. No, never mind. Come on, now, come on, guys. We've got a game to win.
Larson over the center. Makes the snap.
And as the credits roll.
Passes to Baker on the 40. There he goes. 35, 30, 25, 20. Out of bounds on the 18-yard line. And it looks like Mesa State is back on the road to victory.
All right, let's talk about this movie, The Swinging Cheerleaders. You see that there? They don't bring it on, they take it off. Haha, you see what they did there? I get it. Anyway, The Swinging Cheerleaders. I just reviewed The Cheerleaders yesterday, and The Swinging Cheerleaders, although it's the third one on this collection here, it's actually the second one in the series here. So that's when I decided to watch second. It's a movie that showed up on cable back in the 80s, 83, 84, somewhere in that range. Never saw it at the time, but I remember it in the cable guide, and years later I picked it up on VHS. I actually have a pre-recorded VHS of this, and then of course it showed up on DVD in this collection here. And this one is a little different. We actually do have some actresses and actors that we recognize. Colleen Camp was in this one, Roseanne Caton, and Joe Johnston, I think, was the black cheerleader. I think she did some blaxploitation stuff at the time too. And the girl who played Katie, this was the only movie she ever did. Go figure. So, and one of the cops in this movie, or the security guards, he was the guy who was the leader of the biker gang in Every Which Way But Loose and Any Which Way You Can. I can't think of his name, but that's what that was. But anyway, the movie itself, yeah, it has a fair amount of nudity. Oh, how could I forget Cheryl Smith, a.k.a. Rainbow Smith. Adorable girl who played Cinderella and did all kinds of schlocky-type films in the 70s and early 80s. She's in this stuff, too. So, anyway, she gets naked in this movie, as does several other people. There's a lot of casual nudity in this movie. And but there's also stuff about point shaving and betting on football games and stuff. So there's a little drama in here as well. Colleen Camp's character, I thought, was just a ditz. The fact that she lets her daddy control everything, including their engagement and everything. Just kind of a strange character there. But all in all, actually, it's not a bad movie. I mean, it's a little silly in terms of believability, but actually it's not a bad film drama-wise either. It's actually pretty decent. It's not just all sex and fun and games. There's actually some drug use in here and a little bit of violence and some kidnapping even. So it's got a lot of intrigue going on for it, for the Swinging Cheerleaders. But all in all, of course, we got lovely ladies in various stages of undress too, which is cool. But it's not the goofy titty comedy like you might expect in this one. The next one, Revenge of the Cheerleaders, is, as I recall. So anyway, it's called The Swinging Cheerleaders. I believe it's available on a DVD. I think maybe even a Blu-ray now by itself. Otherwise, you can get this pretty nifty box set here, which I found out today is very pricey. If you go on Amazon, it's like $150. However, if you go on eBay, you can probably find, in fact, I know you can find it. It's right now, like in the $35 to $50 range. There's a few copies floating around. So a little pricey there too, but I guess this thing is out of print from Anchor Bay, so I'm glad I got it. So check it out. It's called The Swinging Cheerleaders. It's a decent film. Watch it. Let me know what you think about it. Leave some comments down below. We'll talk about it. Go watch it. Bye.